But yeah, we fucking heard
exactly.
everything. Yeah, gonna have to start the argument. Yeah, it's
No
just
worries, guys. I'm the biggest hacker of them all. You guys can't defeat me there.
nah. Actually, I can. Watch me. All right. Okay, so
All right, Mr. Din, tell us about beat 'em ups. Go.
Oh man. Well, let's start with the Resident Evil 5 thing that I heard
Oh,
earlier.
shit.
Yes. What's now? You are the official moderator of the official
Mr.
Beat 'em
Beat 'em
Up
Up.
of the internet. Professor Beat 'em Up, in fact.
yeah,
Professor
Mr.
Vito. In fact,
CEO of beat 'em ups.
I don't know what I can say about Resident Evil 5 because I never played it.
Okay.
But whenever I think Resident Evil, I don't think beat 'em up.
Well,
That's because Resident Evil in 1, 2, and 3 are like, lame.
Well,
And
you
then
played 4.
And then 4 happens, and the series gets awesome. So
Yeah,
what
that's
about
the thing.
4? Have you played 4?
I played a little bit of 4, got my ass kicked in the first level, and I hadn't played since.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, that's the final fight experience, right? You fucking
That's right there.
yeah. You get to the first boss, you get fucking annihilated.
The video he just Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, baby.
I definitely
now
opened
we're
it up.
seeing. Now we're seeing Metal Gear Rising.
What?
Oh, now we see that.
Well, hold on. I'm just doing this for just just background, so the chat doesn't.
Oh,
get
okay.
bored.
Sorry.
And
Okay.
like, wait. Let me disable this captions so they don't. Okay, wait, yeah.
Yeah, the captions are messing with me.
Yeah, so like
Spectacle fighter. Oh boy.
yeah, because the Resident Evil, because it's made by Mikami, right? Who's a very known fan of fucking Final Fight, and he literally just like directly borrows a lot of mechanics from beat 'em ups. I think I've
And
showed
guess
you.
who made Final Fight?
Mikami made Final Fight. Mikami made
Did he
Double
really?
Dragon.
Did he really make Final Fight?
No.
Oh no, I was gonna say.
Hold on
I was
a
gonna
second.
say Capcom made Final Fight. Mikami worked.
And
at
who made
Capcom?
Mikami?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I made Capcom. I was there from the birth of Capcom.
Damn. All right. Yeah.
What
yeah.
happened, Mr. Din? What happened to your company?
Well, he
I am
left probably,
Capcom.
right? Yeah, Mr. Din left now, and Capcom's never been the same.
Oh, that makes sense.
What game hasn't?
Yeah, I pulled a what the fuck, Kamiya.
Yeah.
You
get out of
just
there.
drive around in your Lexus and make.
Did you guys know that Mikami made Goof Troop, the SNES Goofy Disney game?
I've heard a lot about that game.
That game is good.
It's like a Zelda style game, isn't
Yeah,
it?
kind of like it's a lot more focused. It's not about wandering randomly. It's about fucking going through tight levels, arcade style. It's fucking awesome.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Legitimately really good.
Oh, cool.
Okay, and it's all about throws, so
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, but like you saw the video I showed Mr. Din, right? Where it's like a Final Fight had the fucking mechanic where when you pick up items, you get some iframes, and you can use those iframes to set up attacks. Resident Evil 5 has the same exact mechanic, literally the same one. Literally, just pick up an item.
They're playing some Final Fight in that one.
Yeah,
Well, I guess that goes into the whole action, character action question you asked too. Like, maybe I would consider Resident Evil 4 onward to be character action. Because I don't really go with the juggle thing that you mentioned earlier. I think Ballhog was a little bit closer to what I think, where like it being a sandbox and a beat 'em up together.
I don't think Resident Evil is sandboxy.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's very
pretty
focused.
like you're gonna get the stun and you're gonna kick them in the head. Like there's not a lot of sandboxing going on.
Yeah, like you're not like it's not about player expression. It's about just like good decision making and rewarding that
efficiency.
Shit. Yeah, efficiency. Like you're not.
And it even has limited resources that you have to preserve.
Yeah, and some people do challenge runs, but they don't like do style videos. I don't think necessarily. So like,
except I'm gonna do a style video of Resident Evil.
What? Just putting
that would be like 4. I thought an interesting one for 4 could be like, see how far I could get without using guns. See if I can knife my way. How far the knife can take.
But there have been knife only runs, right? There have been knife only runs.
Really?
Yeah, there have been. I remember seeing them.
I have seen knife only runs of like Resident Evil 2 remake and shit like that. So
yeah,
I could see it.
There's definitely one of 4, and it's a lot of fucking exploits. Because because you know.
I gotta watch that shit.
Yeah, like okay, so, yeah. Besides Resident Evil being kind of like beat 'em up inspired, well, it's not even just inspired. It's just like
It's a beat 'em up in 3D. That's what it is.
It's like it captures a lot of the same dynamics of beat 'em ups really well. You know, instead of having like walk into enemy throws, you have to stun enemies and then look for like throws. And you know, a lot of the game plan is grouping enemies up and just like either getting them with fucking grenades or just like knives or some shit like that, or you know, stomping on fucking fallen enemies. And it's just you know, it's a different kind of game, but it captures the beat 'em up dynamics perfectly. Whereas something like character action games, like something like Bayonetta, I would say, even though it's superficially very similar, it does not capture the beat 'em up dynamics whatsoever.
Maybe okay. Here's a more serious definition. I was kind of half kidding you about the juggling thing. I was memeing a bit. A more serious definition could be maybe the goal of a beat 'em up is to group enemies and to kill them in groups. That's the meta. Whereas maybe in character action, the meta is to isolate the enemies from each other. Like because in Devil May Cry, you're trying to launch them and isolate them.
No, that does not work, Mark. Spike out.
Oh,
A lot of 3D beat 'em ups. What happened is fucking Krieger pointed this out to me for me.
Yeah, he stopped grouping them.
Yeah, because in 3D the collisions don't. They would look stupid.
Overlap.
Yeah, they would look stupid if the enemies clipped into each other. So they started adding like enemy physical collisions, so you could no longer group them as efficiently. And yeah, that shifted the whole gameplay style.
Yeah, that's true. So then maybe there is some. Wait a minute, Bog. You're not going to like this point, but I'm going to make it.
Oh God,
maybe there is some basis then to consider 3D beat 'em ups as a distinctive genre from 2D because of that. Because the meta, because of the 3D environment, has shifted them, except Resident Evil.
But then I'm actually really fucking obtuse about like definitions in general. Like, I actually think of. Like, I actually separate the term brawler from beat 'em up as being like an umbrella term for a lot of this stuff.
That is some fucking British shit, you know. That is like they have those kinds of fucking
that's like an IGN type of thing where.
But you know why I do it though. A lot of times,
what's a brawler?
I think of a brawler as like a game in which you have to beat the shit out of multiple enemies at a time. And that could be practically a character action game. That could be a beat 'em up. It could be a hack and slash. It could be.
How about
even
Onimusha would be a brawler
to some degree, yeah.
Because that's like.
Well, how about Lego Star Wars?
Maybe.
What about Dark Souls? Wait, Dark Souls has multiple enemies you beat up.
Would you?
It does, yeah.
Would you include all action RPGs as well, or like Diablo and shit, right?
Diablo brawler.
I haven't played any of the Diablo games myself, so I couldn't really say.
You can watch 5 seconds of a video and you'll understand what the gameplay is.
Isn't Diablo one of the origins of hack and slash or something like? Well, besides Dungeons and Dragon, like isn't like the hack and slash Diablo?
Yeah, I have heard Diablo be called a hack and slash.
Yeah, isn't it like the action slash, like the?
I think I explained this on stream, right?
Archetypal ones. Yeah.
Okay, let me reiterate. Well, the thing with what happened is originally hack and slash is not even a video game term. It's a term for tabletop RPGs where you have like a really dumb, quote unquote, action oriented dungeon campaign, right, with your pals, and they would call that like hack and slash like type of dungeons, and what happened is when fucking Golden Axe and the D&D games, King of Dragons, those games started coming out on the arcades. They felt like hack and slash D&D campaigns because they had like fantasy elements. You're fucking going around with friends in co-op, killing some orcs and shit. And a lot of people, journalists included, started calling
a bunch of dirty D&D fans.
Yeah, they started calling those games hack and slash. Yeah, right. And then and the parallel to that, the actual action RPG hack and slashes were being developed. So now you have like two parallel hack and slash genres.
Right. So you got the Diablo strain and you got the beat 'em up strain.
Yeah, the beat 'em up strain, and the beat 'em up strain is just like a complete misunderstanding of what the fuck they're experiencing, and it's like
Yeah, you are hacking and slashing, but that
with Diablo, it's like You know, Diablo is the actual hack and slash. Dark Souls is an actual hack and slash. It's an action RPG focused mostly on combat over, like like different skill checks for like fucking picking locks, talking with people, checking for traps and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So would like all those action RPGs also count as brawlers for you then?
I would think they like be derivatives of brawler because I mean, a lot of stuff came from beat 'em ups, as you guys mentioned before, like DMC and all that shit has all been like influenced by the genre. But I also think of like when I think of beat 'em ups, like even a 3D beat 'em up, I think is like a very narrow category for me. Like I would think of Final Fight Streetwise as a beat 'em up.
What about Spike Out?
Spike Out as well. But then like if we look at something like Devil May Cry, whatever, I wouldn't really call that a 3D beat 'em up, even though it's a derivative of it, because it starts going into different things.
Oh, like what? I'm curious.
Like, okay, so like if we were to compare like God Hand to Devil May Cry, like God Hand's a little bit more grounded. Like you guys mentioned it before, but like God Hand's a little bit more grounded, even though it has juggles. That's why I said I really agree with the juggles thing. Just more so that like if the combat's more grounded, like God Hand or Mad World or what was it, Final Fight Streetwise or anything like that, I would consider to be more of a beat 'em up. Whereas like Devil May Cry, where it grows into like character action.
Because... Yeah. So would Devil May Cry be the definitive character action game then?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's like kind of built on that term.
Right, and like the origins of Devil May Cry is interesting because isn't it supposed to be kind of a hybrid between what would you call it, a beat 'em up and also like a fucking Resident Evil game?
Yeah, it was called stylish.
Now I would call them an RPG, but people in chat can get mad at me if I call it that.
It was called stylish action adventure horror game originally on the box
art.
Right,
so it's a beat 'em up plus an RPG basically. Yeah. But that makes a lot more sense than the Devil May Cry fans probably want to hear, because we're seeing now like Bayonetta 3 and not only FF16, but there's another one too. Astral Chain and all these. We're seeing kind of the character action games and the action RPGs. They're becoming so close to each other that they're basically indistinguishable. So all this time is that is character action kind of just one step away from an RPG?
I think they want. Yeah, I think people didn't realize,
because you have leveling, you unlock shit, you have stats and shit. I mean, it has a lot of RPG shit going on.
But even more fundamentally, they're about player expression, right? That's what people talk about.
Right, expression.
They're very subjectively oriented games, and I noticed this in beat 'em up, well, not beat 'em up, like character action game communities, where there's like a very strong distinction between people who play them as like action games for pressure, for like efficiency. They will break they will find the most broken shit and spam it and try to see how the game resists. And people who will just like kind of play around.
Those people are a minority.
Well, yeah, those are people I would say like Krigor, right? Where he will if a game is broken, he will seriously consider it a proper flaw. And there's a lot of people who treat the games as subjective experiences, where they explore the entire system, try different builds, try different weapons. Even if the game is busted.
Yeah, and that's why when you tell them that the weapon balance is bad, they don't care, because it's like, oh well, just don't choose that weapon.
Yeah, because it's not.
You're trying to explain. Well, in your character action is competitive, or action games are competitive. Well, in a competitive sense, that's bad design, because the player should always choose the most powerful efficient technique. So by allowing the player to do that, you're making your game too easy, basically. But
I think I actually have a question for you guys.
Don't care about that at all.
Yeah, then
you don't care about my question? I feel bad.
What the fuck, Mark?
This is a monologue. You two are here to listen to me and then go, that was a great point.
Okay.
And then I'll move on to the next
fucking hijacking my stream.
Great point, God of God.
Fantastic, Mark.
Din gets it. Good job.
Okay.
Go
What
ahead.
was the
But
question?
my question for you guys would be Sifu, beat 'em up or character
I
action
mean,
game?
for me, it's definitely a beat 'em up.
It beat 'em up. I
Yeah.
don't like it, but it's a beat 'em up.
Absolutely a beat 'em
Okay,
up.
so yeah,
There's
we're
beat 'em
definitely on
ups
the
I don't
same.
like. Yeah,
We're definitely on the same
that's one
page
of
there.
them.
Yeah, because I feel
Yeah.
with Sifu, I mean, you can kind of see this in how players play the games, right? With beat 'em ups, usually what they do is either they just play for survival, or they come up with like a simple kind of like challenge runs, like no deaths, no damage.
Yeah.
Those kind of like very simple, intuitive. With a character action game, it's almost like
The
a
combo bits. It's all about combo
it's
bits.
almost like a jury based. You have like a jury of peers which judge your performance.
Yes,
in a
exactly. It's very subjective.
Yeah, it's kind of like figure skating, in games.
It really is.
Yeah.
That's such a good point. It is like figure skating.
Yeah, like
That is a pretty good point.
yeah, with beat 'em ups, you have like it's like it's like sport. It's like a
It's about results.
yeah, it's like a quick like you're running the fucking you're running a marathon or something, just like different types of running with maybe like slight rule set alterations, but fundamentally it's the same game. But it's not like very like fuzzy, soft, the group of peers decides what good play is and what good play isn't, kind of thing.
Yeah. The closest to that I can think of is when me and Iconoclast were talking about Ninja Gaiden many years ago on a podcast no one heard. We both made the agreement that playing with UT spams is lame and it shall not be done. And that's kind of like that's a little bit of a character action thing right there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, because if we were treating the game as a proper beat 'em up, we would both UT spam. But there's a part of us that's like, no, the judges do not allow this. So
I feel like
and even in my tutorial, I was like, I'm not teaching you guys how to UT spam because that's the
I feel like sometimes
devil's art.
I feel like sometimes when it comes to like very specific strategies, which are so fucking broken and so obviously broken that
Like turnaround jabs, kind of.
Okay, well, but that's fun. All right.
Yeah, but like, don't you play what's his name Hager because he can't turn around jab as much as the other characters, and you think that's like cool?
Partly, yeah, but I play him just because I like because he's slow, so he's very setup heavy, right? The jab thing is just a nice bonus.
Oh,
yeah, but it's like some strategies are so obviously fucking busted, so obviously so easy to compartmentalize and so obviously ruin the games that I feel like even with a beat 'em up mentality you can just kind of agree to not use them. For example, like a busted character in a fucking 2D beat 'em up, right?
Right, yeah. Just realized we both were wrong. Actually, all three of us were wrong because Sifu is not a beat 'em up; it's a fighting game. I just remembered.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like, well, according to the game award, or the game trailer award, it's a fighting game.
Yeah. So what
I know exactly the conversation was. The publisher of that game was like, "Okay, Game Awards, we need to get Sifu in this event somehow." Game Awards is like, "Yeah, but we only talk about like RPGs and stuff." Well, we have a fighting game category. Let's just put it in there.
Yeah, they dusted it off.
Shit.
They fucking dug it out of the fucking basement.
Yeah,
I just don't understand why it wasn't put in the action category instead of the fucking first person shooter bullshit. You already had like what Bayonetta 3. What was the other one? It was Bayonetta 3, some other action game. No, you had TMNT in action, and they didn't put Sifu in there for some reason.
Wait, what? They put fucking TMNT, but not okay. I thought well they wouldn't want
TMNT or some beat 'em up that was in there, and like for some reason Sifu was not there with it. I'm like, what?
It might have stood too much of a chance of winning.
Yeah. Maybe.
That might have been it, right? They might have been like, okay, we can't have this fucking small, stupid beat 'em up win over like a major release in an action game category. So they isolated it.
That's probably it. Yeah.
Long story short, Game Awards is fucking lame.
Just trash. Yeah, yeah, but like, yeah, there's that gradient of players, I guess, and. You can kind of see, you can kind of like slightly suss out how people treat whether something is
I like this idea that character action is the figure skating of action games. I like this. I like it too because I know it will annoy the character action fans when you say
I don't
that.
know. Maybe
but
it
it's
won't.
also like, but it's also so true. It's like hard to deny.
Yeah, I don't know if it
It's
will
like
annoy them,
that.
right? Because it's like, I mean, literally, if Bayonetta has figure skates as one of the weapons, right?
Yeah,
Literally,
exactly.
yeah. Will it really annoy them? I'm not sure it did. It would. I
Oh,
mean,
certain ones, I'm sure it would.
yeah.
Well,
It's
I
The
like,
think
guy
the other
who
thing I was
commented on my
gonna
Resident Evil 5 video, that guy, it's gonna annoy him.
I think the other thing I was going to say though, like, and that's why I brought up Sifu, is that like there's still like a thin line between a character action game and a 3D beat 'em up. But what I think I would consider like a character action game, like differs from a 3D beat 'em up, is like the multiple styles. Not necessarily a style combat system. Like if I think some character action games don't have like a style meter or whatever. But like just having that multiple like different styles and stuff, like I don't really see that in 3D beat 'em ups. Like all the
Right.
3D beat 'em ups I think of,
And
like they have
yeah,
weapons that you can pick up or buy, but they're not their own
yeah, they use
distinct style.
yeah they use characters. I feel like that's like the adventure game element coming in because you get like a lot of you build up your kit, instead of in
yeah,
2D beat 'em
yeah.
ups you just have several characters that have preset kits.
I think too the progression thing has to be a part of it too. Like how character action has progression systems and 3D beat 'em ups don't, from what I understand.
Well,
Sifu's kind of Sifu's riding that line, but like Spike Out, I remember people getting all pissed in the reviews, like, "Oh man, you don't even unlock new moves. What bullshit!" It's like, well,
you know what has a
do you
progression
unlock new
system
moves
though?
in Final Fight? I don't think so.
You know what has a progression system though? A Final Fight Streetwise.
Does it really?
Yeah, it
It,
does.
it, yeah, it has.
So does
It's
God
kind
Hand,
of
right?
very incomplete.
Yeah,
Doesn't God Hand as well?
yeah, God Hand does as well. There's like a whole period of where beat 'em ups were experimenting with a lot of progression systems, like during the PS2 era. Because like the Bouncer has that shit. Urban Rain does have that shit. It has like proper stats, even though it's a as simple of a like almost like a fighting game. It's almost as focused as a fighting game of a beat 'em up, and it still has stats where you upgrade them between levels. I don't know why, but it does.
For fun, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of find interesting about like Streets of Rage 4, that like it kind of bridged that gap a little bit. Like you don't have the multiple styles and stuff, but like the combo meter and stuff like that, they clearly like took influence from a couple of action games with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, but then it fucking added the stupid selectable moves, and the fucking DLC moves are all busted as shit, and you can just spam.
Yeah,
It went down the Bayo 3 path.
It went down the fucking character action path. They're ruining our games, dudes. They're fucking ruining.
They must be stopped.
Yeah, the character action fans we must end character
We
action
must
fans
stop them.
at all costs.
we have to stop them all.
Yeah. How do you feel about the new beat 'em ups coming out, Mr. Din?
I mean, as of late, I actually talked about this yesterday when I was like doing my art stream yesterday. Like I feel like that we hit the kind of the peak with Streets of Rage 4. Actually, I think we hit the peak in 2020 because I know that same year, Streets of Rage 4 came out. Streets of Rage Remake had a new version drop, which was like 5.2, and then like as much people probably don't like Pop Riem or whatever, like that was a pretty big release that came out that year too.
Was it big? I never see the Paprium guys out in the wild. They're like a fucking just.
Oh, that's the guy that like you had to pay $5 million or whatever. And he'll send it to you on a floppy disk or whatever.
Something like that, yeah. Basically.
Oh my god, the drama behind it.
You got the gist of it, yeah. And he had a very goofy like mustache, I believe, or something. Very hipster
He
looking.
legitimately has like a Saturday morning cartoon villain like mustache and everything. It's crazy.
Yeah, isn't he French? Perfect combo.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. But
I almost wonder though if shmups and beat 'em ups kind of suffer from this same issue, both of them, where like both genres kind of just stay in their little pond and don't really look for connections with other genres. So, like, basically all of the innovations and things going on outside the genres, the community has no interaction with in the slightest. And so I wonder if, like, beat 'em up fans, this is what I'm talking about. Like, what if beat 'em up fans took a little bit more interest in stuff like Resident Evil 5 and whatnot? Because, like, talking about Paprium, I mean, no offense to Mr. Paprium, but
Mr.
that
Paprium,
game's not going to ever. That game's not ever going to influence anyone in the slightest, except this, niche group of people.
Except for me, the one guy that ever played it.
Yeah, the one man to play it. And you're like, hey, I recommend it. Okay, how do I play it? Well, okay, first of all, you need to send a letter, and then get a plane ticket to France. Step one.
Well, you can't just send a letter. It has to be by pigeon. If you don't send it by pigeon, you're not getting the game.
Yeah, exactly.
I will get the message from you. Just, fucking...
we call it tweeting.
Yeah, let's tweet. Okay, but fucking but you're saying they should do that, but what will happen if they actually do that? You know what will fucking happen? We'll regress back to like 2012 or 2009.
Are you talking to me or Din?
To you, you're saying they should get influences from other games. You think they're gonna fucking look at?
No, they should talk about their influences on other games. Like,
oh,
I can't tell you how many people have messaged me on YouTube and on Patreon and everywhere, being like, I wouldn't have given one flying fuck about shmups, except your channel where you're like constantly shoving them into other games and talking about them in other games, and people go, maybe I should try a shmup.
Yeah, slowly.
I feel like the beat 'em up fans should do this. I think the beat 'em up fans need to get on the offense.
Well, that's the whole point of fucking imposing myself on character action game fans, right? Inserting myself into their fucking lives, right?
That's what I'm saying. You gotta so when Spike Out comes out, I'm gonna review Yakuza and talk about Spike Out the entire
just
time.
Spike Out. Yeah. Compare the combat Spike Out to Yakuza.
Exactly. Spike Out versus Yakuza and all that stuff.
The guys that developed Yakuza developed Spike Out.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, we know. Yeah,
exactly. It's perfect. Exactly. It's perfect.
I think Spike Out is really the origin of Yakuza. Like, I would like them to like go back and like just make that.
Yeah, it's like
de facto arcade beat 'em up.
Yeah, it's like someone fucking combined Shenmue and fucking Yakuza, and
that's exactly what happened. I swear that's exactly what happened. Was they were playing Shenmue and they're looking at the sales, and then they're like, "Well, why isn't Shenmue selling?" And then someone said, "Probably because it doesn't have any combat." And they're like, "Oh, okay, so let's make Shenmue again, but put combat in it." And that game's called Yakuza. And it doesn't have enough way more successful.
The combat that is there is pretty damn good, but it's like there's not enough of it. There's just a lot of walking around.
My take on Yakuza is just, I like the fucking Yakuza anime. Not like I don't know if there's a literal anime, but I like the cutscenes, which is basically like a cool gangster anime. And I like the combat's like, I don't know, I don't love it, but it's like okay.
It's mid.
It's okay. It's mid. But like when they intrude upon each other, I can't fucking enjoy either one. I'm like, just let me watch the fucking anime or let me play beat 'em up. That's like.
Well, I wanted to just play as a beat 'em up. That's what I would. That's why I don't play Yakuza very much. But like,
I always
what I'm saying though is like it's a good ground for the beat 'em up fans to invade.
It's a good good.
You like this little bit of Yakuza that's beat 'em up? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, it's a good infection vector, dude.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, well, that's what
I always make the argument that like a lot of the action games and stuff like that, or games like Yakuza, just need to have an arcade.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing about it... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. But that's something that I actually really liked about like Final Fight Streetwise, that like you had your little story mode or whatever, and then you had the arcade mode where you could just play the game like a classic Final Fight game with, Kyle and the classic trio. And like you unlock that do story mode. And like the arcade mode's hard as fuck. It's not finished, unfortunately, but like you got an idea of like what that game was supposed to be originally by playing that mode.
Yeah, but not only arcade. Well, we can get our arcade modes. Here's the fucking.
I have a point that follows that.
But exactly. I also have a cool point.
We're tag teaming. Me and Din are tag teaming right now.
Okay.
He tagged me in. because that goes perfectly with my point. He's saying, he wishes Yakuza had an arcade mode. I agree 100%. But here's the thing: what if, when Yakuza comes out, there's a bunch of beat 'em up fans just talking about it and being like, "Hey, we want this. Hey, we want this. Sega, put a fucking arcade mode in it." I think developers are more responsive to this shit than we think. And so if they're like, what? Apparently there's some kind of subsect of Yakuza fans who want some kind of like beat 'em up arcade mode. I guess they're giving
it the low culture rating.
They did respond. You know what we got? Streets of Kamurocho.
What the fuck is that?
It's literally a Streets of Rage 2 hack. Like
that's
by like a little team, and it was just one stage long. But what's funny is some fans from the remake community took it upon themselves to expand it through Remake's SOR Maker thing, and now there's a full mod that has full on Yakuza characters in 2D and the stages.
That's awesome. See, that's awesome. Now I want to play that.
Now you just got to expose that to the developers. Yeah, but listen, I got a pro strat for arcade modes. Don't call them arcade modes. Call them ADHD accessibility modes.
Yes. Yeah, I know. I need to make a video about that.
Yeah.
Called what about the name of the video would be "Game Developers Don't Care About My Disability." That would be the name of the video.
Exactly.
It's just me bitching about my ADD.
Exactly. Everything else is fucking accessibility, so why not?
Yeah. Right? Oh, so you got accessibility for everyone else. What about people who don't give a fuck about exploration and I can't sit still?
I can't sit still without getting fucking combat and explosions and shit. Where's my mode?
Yeah.
Have you guys played any of the Batman Arkham games?
Yeah, I played City, Arkham Asylum and City.
I believe bought it and I never played it, so I have it sitting on a shelf.
I really enjoyed the combat in that one. I'm not enjoying how much games are ripping off of it now, but I liked it back when it came out, and I did like the little arcadey modes that they had for that, the little survival mode.
Yeah, the fucking challenges back in the problem with fucking Batman Arkham though.
On your stream, put on Batman Arkham as the background.
Okay, God. Okay, Batman Arkham Survival.
What's the best one?
It just doesn't matter. Arkham City.
I want to see this because I've never even heard of this, so I want to see this in action.
You've never heard? Okay, so the problem with
I've never heard of the combat modes at all.
Oh, they're like combat challenges where you score points. You literally have a score right in the game. You build a combo, you score points, and you get medals for it. I completed all the fucking best medals and shit, and it was pretty fun. It was a lot more fun than the main game, that's for sure. Because the main game
does this game have movement inertia?
Well, I'll tell you what it fucking has and what it doesn't have.
Okay.
It doesn't have almost any. The big problem with this fucking combat system is that it removes almost every single real hitbox interaction in the game, right?
If I could find a channel, there is a channel that plays nothing but the challenge game stuff, they do the survival mode and all that stuff, and they just have a bunch of playthroughs of it. I used to binge watch that stuff while doing some art stuff.
Yeah, there's survival channels where they fucking play it for what 20 minutes, 30 minutes, just building the combo.
They have 2 million views.
Probably, yeah. They had a lot of views, but the problem is just the whole combat system for the most part is just you press a direction, you press a button, Batman goes in that direction. When you see an enemy,
he auto locks.
He auto locks onto enemies. His combos are kind of randomized. They're not I believe the frame data is the same, but the animations are randomized. I'm not sure though,
because it doesn't matter.
Well, I think I don't know how to explain it, but there's a kind of a system in place where you can choose to do a finisher move on enemies and kill them fast, or you use them to kind of because there's a dodge system where you're whenever you dodging towards an enemy, you kind of vault over them, and it gives you some momentarily iframes and stuff like that. It's very much it's actually really weirdly enough kind of like a weird rhythm game.
It is very much like a rhythm game, yeah. But
just looking at it, it kind of gives me Mortal Kombat vibes a bit.
It has the vibe, but I'm not sure if it's if the gameplay is similar in any way, but like it has the feel.
It's just the vibe. It has that kind of like Mortal Kombat vibe. Because Mortal Kombat's famous for that too.
Yeah,
like,
I feel
the
like this.
hitboxes are
I
like
feel
ridiculous.
like this was. I feel like this was like the start of Western beat 'em up developers just completely abandoning real hitbox interactions and like aiming and all that shit. Because like back in the day, if you go to like Shaolin Monks or like even Final Fantasy Streetwise, like the Warriors, like they made proper beat 'em ups with like proper spacing, proper hitbox interactions, proper like crowd control even. But when you get to Arkham, it removed all those elements. It simplified it into a rhythm game with some of course counter hits where you see like a flash.
Yeah, because this guy is just jumping over everyone.
Yeah, you see like an indicator, right? Like a parry indicator. You press the button, you do like one of the many different contextual / random counters.
I wonder if Sifu was influenced by this.
It was, yeah.
It's giving me Sifu vibes.
It was somewhat, yeah. Like the magnetism and shit was somewhat influenced. Influential. And I feel like, for example, Spider-Man 2 nowadays, like the PS5 game.
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man 2 PS5 Combat. Let's see.
I need to play the Warriors, because that's early Rockstar, so I should play that.
Have you played that?
Yeah, it's pretty solid, I think.
Back when Rockstar were kind of cool.
Actually, I haven't played that much, so I gotta... Because I see people praise it pretty often. I did play Bully.
Well, you like Max Payne.
Yeah.
That's early Rockstar.
That's not that's before Remedy was. That's before they got the license, I think.
What?
I think that was Remedy, just the Remedy developers before they got the Rockstar partnership. I think Max Payne 2 is Rockstar, and then Max Payne 3.
Oh, Max Payne 2. So Rockstar didn't make Max Payne.
Yeah, they didn't make Max Payne.
Maybe
they actually did, but they were like a publisher because it's made by Remedy. They made the.
Oh.
But yeah, like when you get to these later games, like Spider-Man, for example, they're built out.
Yeah, this looks just like it.
Yeah.
This looks just like Batman.
Yeah, they built out this. They're built out the same system where they try to minimize the importance of like positioning, aiming your attacks, hitbox interactions, crowd control. They simplify enemy attacks into these like simple.
It's even doing the same indicator thing.
Yeah. They're all doing the same thing.
This is like the same game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Is it the same developer?
No. You talking about like between Batman and Spider-Man?
Yeah. Is it
no different developers entirely? Rocksteady is the one that did the Batman games, and then I think what the hell's the name of that company? Is the company that did what is the name of the game? Sunset Overdrive.
Oh, okay.
That did that one.
Yeah, I don't remember the name, but I know the company. I think.
Yeah, that's crazy how similar they are.
I think it's because like ever since Arkham, the Arkham Asylum came out, other action games kind of follow suit and try to like copy that style.
No kidding.
Including Spider-Man games.
Look how it's just funny how close they are because that style's so weird that you instantly can see the exact influence.
Yeah.
And
I think the reason they did it is because, going back to Arkham Asylum, is because there's so much other stuff you do in that game, like there's stealth missions and all this other stuff.
It's a licensed game.
A very general action adventure game.
It's
what? And I remember those games popped off big time.
Oh yeah, they were massive. They were
Arkham
massive
games. They were like, "Oh, it's the best game ever made," and all this. I remember that.
Well, yeah, that's a thing you often talk about, Mark, which is like them copying the individual components of a game, right?
Yeah.
And it's like the archetypical license game because like back in the day, right? When you think of like older license game like PS1 era, for example, what you had is a lot of mini games instead of like full on games.
Yes.
Yeah, remember mini game compilations? Yeah. So,
even Dead to Rights, which is not a licensed game.
Yeah, and the amazing thing
it was full of a bunch of like random ass mini games.
Yeah, and the thing that's amazing about like Batman Arkham Asylum and shit is that it kind of like provided that kind of minigame experience, but it provided it in kind of like a single framework that felt a bit cohesive, right? You go from like stealth to Metroidvania to combat to like exploration, like a parkour type of game, and it's all pretty seamless. So every single part they couldn't flesh it out fully, they had to kind of
So
take a lot of
variety over depth.
yeah, they had
Variety
to.
over depth.
Yeah, they had to take. Well, not only that, but also like in Matthew Matos's context sensitivity, but he talks about how a lot of these games use a lot of like assists, licensed games, right? They use like they use like magnetism. They have like characters snapping to each other. They have paired animations where like the animation is locked directly on the enemy you're attacking. And the reason they did that is so there's like a very very low skill floor. So when the gameplay style transitions, the players are instantly in it. They're ready to fucking play. Yeah, and what happened is just that style kind of slowly started creeping into proper action games that are more focused on combat.
Probably because the old school action games looked at their sales and they're like, fuck that. And then they look at Arkham and all these other games' massive sales, and they're like, yeah, let's do that. It makes sense.
It does kind of suck. Like, Platinum seems to be, like, cursed for some reason. Like, I enjoy, like, a lot of their action games, but, like, none of them really sell that well. Like, we're, like, even lucky to get a Bayonetta 2, let alone 3, and that...
Yeah, but isn't it... What's interesting, maybe Bog will have to go to the charts next. Isn't it that now that they've taken this more action RPG turn, their games are selling better?
Not really.
Didn't Nier sell like fucking crazy?
Nier is...
Yeah, I think Nier did.
Okay,
I think it's like specific games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta take it to the charts.
Okay, let's see. So, Vanquish sales. Let's see this real quick.
That's
I'm actually
$12.
interested in how well Vanquish sells, like the re-release for that.
No, not Reddit.
Yeah. Well, maybe someone linked it. Well, do you want to fucking use VG charts? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's use.
What else are we gonna use? That's all we got.
Okay. Total shipped 1 million, right?
Yeah, there you go. 1 million. All right. Now look up. What's it called?
Is that the re-release or the original?
That's all. So all of them together.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Even with the re-release, only 1 million. Yeah.
1 million. Well, it's not surprising, right?
That's a niche ass game. That makes sense to me.
It is pretty niche.
Astral Chain VG.
Yeah,
chart.
let's see Astral Chain.
Yeah, because that's their big like Yakuza style RPG type of thing.
I don't think that was sold well, did it?
That's on. I bet that one's.
That's Switch only.
1.5 mil. That's 1.5 mil.
Wait, what, Mr. Den? What did you say?
It said that Astral Chain, that one didn't really sell that well, did it? Because I didn't hear a lot about it.
1.3 mil apparently.
I was so close. Okay,
a little bit better than Vanquish.
Yeah,
that one I think. I think that one's a solid release for them.
It's
I think
also
they look at Astral Chain and they're like, we didn't lose money. It was a modest success. It's a modest success. Now
it's actually crazy because somebody was bringing up the fact that like Bayonetta 3 is kind of like what Astral Chain was trying to be. Like
it is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's
they're the same game.
They're experimenting a lot with Astral Chains, like a stand system, summon type of thing.
Yeah. I actually like Astral Chain visually a lot more than Bayonetta.
Oh yeah, Astral Chain visually looks
better
amazing.
looking. It's a way better looking.
Yeah,
game.
It looks awesome. Fucking.
Okay, now look up Nier Automata.
Yeah, I think Nier probably sold.
Okay, put your guesses in. I'm saying 5.
I'm saying like 7 maybe. Let's see, 7.
7.5 million.
Whoa. Oh. No, you're looking at the PS4 version. You got to do all.
What?
The first one.
The first one, okay. Hold on, let's see. You're a fucking VG charts expert already, but
yeah. Okay, scroll up. It's on the right.
On the right. Oh, 7 point. Okay, 7.5 million.
Yeah, 7.5 million.
So Bog was right.
That's that's units. That's okay, units.
It is the thing about Nier. Like Nier was based on a series already. Prior to Platinum getting their hands on it.
But Nier was pretty obscure, right? Compared to
I don't think that
but like it did have its own base to start.
Yeah, but I think that base is like 12 people.
Well, but
like, you know how think of it like Guilty Gear Strive versus like Guilty Gear Xrd. Strive has a much bigger fan base. Yeah, Nier 1, not even a million.
Not even a million.
Not even a million.
Yeah, because Nier Automata blew up. Like it blew the fuck up.
It blew up. Every game has 2B mods. Every game.
Yeah. Well, I think the only point I was making is that like when it comes down to Platinum, I think any of the games that they had that weren't like that didn't have like a base prior kind of struggled. I mean, well, hell, even some of their licensed games struggled. Like I think what was it? the Avatar game and the TMNT game.
Oh, but those were like low tier. They didn't really.
Yeah, they weren't that good.
Now let's look at Bayonetta 2.
Yeah, I'm actually interested in how much Bayo sold.
Well, VG charts. So let's see if how reliable this is.
Oh. Well, at least, okay, here's the thing about VG charts. Even if it isn't exactly right, at least you're getting the same database amount of error, right? So you can just compare them roughly.
Well, it depends on how it's compiled, because like if they use different sources, then you can get like vastly different. Well, just, well, whatever. Maybe we're completely wrong. Who gives a shit, right? Whatever.
But it seems
we're not making these decisions. Yeah, it feels correct. So, I've seen it in a dream, whatever. It's like, maybe we're not making these decisions. It doesn't fucking matter. But yeah, like, okay, this is pretty good. 1.2 million.
Well,
that's a little
for it being okay, as flagship of a franchise as Bayo is for their company, 1 million. Wait a minute. Did Astral Chain outsold it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Astral Chain kicked the shit out of Bayo 2.
Yes.
So there you go. In Astral Chain is more that ARPG shit.
Well, yeah, something that's going to be really sickly satisfying for me is that character action games, these fucking Bayo 2, Devil May Cry, they're going to get overtaken by action RPGs.
By action RPGs.
Yeah, they will. Absolutely. They're already starting to get overtaken. Like a lot of the fucking.
I also gotta wonder, like, how much of that
isn't Nier an action RPG as well?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Look at Bayo 1.
I'm kind of curious.
I kind of wonder how much of that.
Bayo 2. Yeah.
How much of that falls under like
Wait, look at all not PS4. There you go.
Oh baby.
2.5, yeah. That's pretty good. It's pretty fucking good.
Goddamn good, yeah. And that's Neo 2 instead of 1. Hold on.
Yeah, I bet Neo 1 I think is a lot bigger.
Let's see. Oh, that's series. Okay, Neo. 3.5.
3.5.
So yeah, Neo is already overtaking.
Wait. Do Ninja Gaiden 3.
Wait, what?
Why did the other one say 7 million?
Oh, because it's both of the games, right?
Oh, yeah, that's the whole series.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what it does.
Now make sure it's all. No, you're on 360. You gotta do all.
Okay. Ninja Gaiden 3 for Wii. Come on.
Oh, come on.
Wait, Ninja Gaiden 3?
Yeah.
Or Ninja Gaiden 3
yeah,
Razor's
I want. Oh, do Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. Sorry, that's why it's all screwed up. Okay. Do Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. Okay.
Oh wait, fucking same one. All right, I'm not.
I think you can find it within actual VG charts.
All right.
Yeah, see, it's under Wii U. Razor's Edge.
Yeah. So just
search Razor's Edge on anything else but Wii
U.
Yes, it was on all three. It was on 360 and on PS3. I have all 3 copies.
Ninja Gaiden 3, all.
There it is. Oh. Yeah, I remember it sold like shit.
They already are overtaken by action RPGs and Souls inspired games. Yeah, I feel like it's clearly more clearly because like when
profitable.
When I see like people in character action game communities, there's such a clear split between like people who just play action RPGs and people who don't. It's like it's very interesting.
Yeah, and you think about it though, is that that mentality of being a figure skater.
RPGs
so easily falls into RPG. Like that's your home.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like RPGs nail player expression because they're less. Even the fact that they're less obsessed with like objective metrics of performance, like score, ranks, all that stuff.
Yeah,
that helps.
Just do whatever you want to do and express yourself.
Yeah, because now it's like more jury based. Now it's like whatever the community deems
cool.
Yeah. Neo sold less than the old God of War games, except Ascension.
Oh, God of War were massive hits.
Oh yeah, God of War is incredibly big. Yes, it's like
those were massive hits.
So it's like, I hope the character action bros are really big fans of action RPGs or are willing to get into them because
I think they will be. I think they will be.
I think some of them will be, but I think a lot of them.
I just don't think they like the phrasing of it. But if you think about it, it's exactly what they want.
I'm not sure, but well, like I said, like a lot of them probably do, but like a huge section will probably be just lost because they won't know what the fuck to play.
No, because you went on there and they're sitting there talking about like. Remember, they were talking about action RPGs in the character action Discord.
No, but I'm saying
there's fine with it.
Yeah, but I'm saying that there's differences within the community because some people are more like, for example, Krigor is part of those communities as well, right? But he's clearly more on the beat 'em up side.
Yeah, that's why I say we gotta send in insurgent agents.
Yeah, more. Yeah, like fucking yeah. But what I'm saying is, right, there's gonna be like a whole huge group of action character fans that are kind of like aimless now. They like their genre is kind of becoming action RPGs, and that's where beat 'em up players can be like fucking drug dealers, like preying on their weakness. That we can like crawl out of the fucking gutters, the shadows. Hey kid, you want to play some?
But what I'm saying is, what beat 'em up players need to sell is really cool shit, not Paprium. That's what I'm saying.
That is true.
You guys got to talk about the cool shit. You can't talk about Paprium. You got to talk about like fucking the best stuff.
Yeah, but we don't have
like God Hand.
But we don't. Yeah, but we don't have the best stuff that we don't have shiny stuff. We do not have shiny stuff. We do not have shiny stuff anymore.
I guess you could always like Resi 4 too. Like
yeah, but everyone knows
Resi
that,
4
right?
as like a beat 'em up, like blew some people's minds.
Yeah, like, it's good. Yeah,
I never even thought about it like that before.
Yeah, but you need to give them games that they haven't played, right? And everyone's played Resident Evil 4 and 5. It's a good like way to see these things you liked in those games.
No one's played God Hand.
Did you hold on?
No one's played that game.
Are you watching my stream by the way?
Though,
I'm
like from experience, like a lot of beat 'em up fans are like very stingy. Like I don't think they would go as far as to talk about.
Like, the difference between talking about a game and playing a game.
Okay, yeah. But like, but look, come on.
Yes, but look at how many active video. Look up God Hand.
Yeah,
like videos.
What do you mean?
Gameplay videos, like videos of people playing God Hand. Like a playthrough or something. What
2 million
would you even
all
call
bosses.
It?
2 million all
Don't
bosses.
count Shadow Surge.
1 million all roulette moves 4 years ago as well, not like an ancient one. 400k walkthrough. Like it's good. People know about God Hand.
In defense of God Hand, what the fuck? Go back. What?
You want to fucking watch this?
No, they're the ones. They're defending it from themselves.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I did see that video. It was funny.
What was it like? What were they saying?
It was basically them like, oh yeah, I guess we were wrong about that game, and it's like,
I guess I got respect.
Did they learn anything?
No, because look at what they did to Wanted Dead. No, they didn't learn a single thing. They fucking steamrolled Wanted Dead. Like, if they actually learn... Basically, the way game outlets work is, because God Hand had this groundswell of popularity, they're like, oh, it must be good, because it's popular.
Yeah, like, the thing is, you gotta bully them into giving these games better ratings.
Remember in our podcast episode, the inverse relationship between critics and players, where in most genres, the critics are the first, and then the audience follows.
Yeah.
In games, it's literally reversed.
Yep.
In games, it's... the audience first and the critics come second.
Wait, so hold on. 4 years ago, this was published. 4 fucking years ago. Oh my god, hold on. Let me see this video. 3.7 million. Okay, when did it come out?
Yes,
exact month. Exact month. All
right. The months.
All right, let's see. 4 years ago, May.
Okay.
Oh, come on. May 9th. They published it 3 days. 3 days after.
Someone at IGN Enterprises was like, damage control.
He is seeing the fucking views.
I bet I know exactly what happened. That guy published that video.
This is what happened.
And all the people in the comment section were like trolling IGN and making fun of them.
Oh, yes.
And then so IGN had to respond.
Yeah, and then possibly also this happened. Oh fuck. Okay,
Well,
whatever. Just look at the views.
They actually probably got a reviewer that actually knows what the hell is. Well, at least has a slight more knowing what the hell they're talking about compared to the original reviewer.
But this is the wait. Oh no, this is the
No,
Ninja Gaiden
it's not
guy.
the original.
Is it the same guy?
No, I
No,
think this
it's
is
not.
yeah.
The original guy was lost at sea.
Let's listen to this guy for a sec because I'm kind of curious now.
Lifeblood. They're hands down my favorite genre in video games, and I can't tell you how happy I am at this current resurgence of the genre with games like 2018's God of War and Devil May Cry 5 leading the charge. As an action game fan, though, there's one game that I've always wanted to gush about that's always seemed like a bit of taboo.
Among whom?
So hi, my name is Mitchell Saltzman. I work at IGN, and I'd like to say that
This guy reviewed Sifu positively, and he reviewed Wanted Dead negatively. By the way,
This is the guy.
yeah, this is the guy Saltzman. Yeah, this guy.
This is the guy.
My God,
It's the guy.
Get him.
This is your natural enemy, Mark.
I don't know. He's kind of he's nicer than I thought he was.
he looks cute. He looks cute.
Yes, I know. I imagined him as like this.
It's like a bald-headed
old dude. Yes,
imagine him like a bald-headed
kind of like
hipster.
little teddy bear looking guy.
Yeah. Imagine him like a bald-headed hipster with glasses, with a very smug like look on his
Basically,
face.
Anthony Fontano is who I imagine.
yeah, just even more smug. Look, hold on. Let's see. One sec. This specific face. Up talk. Let's see.
That guy.
He does an example.
That's who I imagine.
And he does an example of up talk, and he does the face. The specific face.
7 years ago.
This fucking face. This exact fucking face.
Yeah.
This face criticized Wanted Dead.
Yes.
All right.
And he's this boyish guy.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I see Lollipop Chainsaw in it. You guys play that at all?
Oh no, I haven't played that. No. Did it get annihilated as well? Because I remember that coming out. I think people are complaining about how fucking. I think the whole objectification shit overtook the actual game mechanics as usual.
What?
Yeah,
I can't. Are you telling me politics overtook the game mechanics in the discussion of a game?
That is crazy.
You're not saying
insane,
that's
dude.
Insane. That would never happen.
That never happens. It must
never
have
happens.
Yeah, I must be misremembering. It probably some other meeting.
Pro Resi 5, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of.
End up awful 13 years ago is, in my opinion, not just good. It's actually. Godhand is made up of bold design choices that all add up to something really weird and understandably controversial, but something also undeniably unique, even by today's standards. Developed by the minds behind Okami and Beautiful Joe at Clover Studios, and directed by Shinji Mikami of Resident Evil and Evil Within fame, it is at its core an action beat 'em up. But while
Evil Within fame.
action games have total freedom of movement and an emphasis on mobility, Godhand instead restricted that movement, locking the camera behind its character and forcing the
Not
player.
Vanquish, Evil fucking Within. Come on, dude. I'd rather take.
Well, people don't know what Vanquish is.
Yeah.
It only sold under a million
but see, if he was real,
it would be like me introducing you and be like, and the maker of what was that first? Well, no, I'm forgetting.
Goof
What's the name
Troop.
of your first game?
Oh,
What's that first
oh,
game?
Red Pulse, yeah.
The maker of Red Pulse.
Yeah. What? I don't know. Yeah, but if he was a connoisseur, he would be like from the creator of Vanquish, and he'd show the hardest fucking Vanquish video that's currently on the internet. Just fucking Zarok.
He could have done that. Yeah.
Yeah, Zarok doing flips and shit.
Only see what their characters see. And sure, this
You
means
could
that the
really
main
just
character
said the
sees movement
maker
when
of
he's not
Bayonetta or the maker of Okami.
Oh, what was that?
So you could have just said the maker of Okami or maker of Bayonetta or whatever.
Oh, but that was Kamiya, right?
Kamiya.
This is Mikami.
Kamiya.
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah, they're bros, but Shinji Mikami.
A lot of people think Kamiya made Vanquish, right? Because it's a platinum game.
Oh, possibly. I don't know. Underwear. Mikami would definitely not make this post. This absolute fucking legendary tweet.
What is he doing?
Notice
I can't read Japanese.
Notice that, but there's a translation. Notice that my pants are torn to a degree I've never seen before. He posted this publicly.
I wonder what he's up to these days.
Fucking king, dude. He posted another one recently. Imagine being his fucking mom, just on his Twitter, seeing this.
His mom isn't on Twitter, dude. It's okay.
I hope so.
His mom is probably like 80 years old.
Yeah, that's true. Fucking Baldy. Goddamn. All right. He blocked everyone who would have mocked him for this. So, all right.
Did you ever get blocked by him?
No, I somehow met him because I didn't ask him anything.
I got blocked by him.
Nice.
What did you do?
Din did it.
Yeah, damn, you got the badge. What did you do? What's your
I did
blocks?
ask him about Anarchy Reigns. He didn't like that.
He didn't just what did you ask him? Just Anarchy?
I just asked like, hey, is Anarchy Reigns or Mad World ever going to get a PC port? And I got blocked.
Yeah, ask your mom is as usual.
Go ask your mom.
Like,
Well, I'm envious. Good job, Mr. Din.
Yeah, I should have asked something as well. I mean,
You should ask when Godhand's getting a PC.
I should add him and be like, you worked on a pretty cool scoring system for Soul Cresta. Why'd you fuck it up with loops? Yeah.
I just want to get blocked for something more epic, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mark would probably ask why he made Soul Cresta look like shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Sluggish, and enemies could get cheap shots on you from off camera, but there are other ways that Godhand benefited from this bold decision. For one, locking the camera meant that the right stick was freed up, so it allowed Godhand to utilize a unique control scheme.
Yeah, but he doesn't. What's funny is this exact reviewer flips his opinion on Resident Evil 4 because in his remake review, he's like, "Thank God there's not that stupid locked over the arm."
Wait, does he? Wait. Did our boy fucking Saltzman review IGN Resident Evil 4? Let's see. Oh, Michael, Michelle, or whatever your name is, Mr. Saltzman. You better not fucking.
Isn't it?
I don't know.
My memory may be wrong.
He is I think he might be it might be a different. No, it was a Tristan.
Tristan Olivigante.
Ogilvy or whatever.
Ogilvy.
Yeah, we can't smear our boy Saltzman.
So he was he's innocent.
He's the wanted dead slayer though. He did kill your precious
game. He did
game.
attack wanted dead. I know that.
All of Gene's dodges and evades to the directions on the right stick. Most notably, you can.
But he loves Ninja Gaiden, so you know.
Yeah.
But
Odd.
I think he loves black more than 2. So it's just
everything you need to know. That tells you everything you need to know.
Just like all over the place, like bipolar
He likes
relation.
Ninja Gaiden 1 Sigma the best.
Oh god! Wait, Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma? You mean right?
No, not even 2 Sigma. 1 Sigma.
Okay, I mean.
Bob and weave by flicking the right stick forward, which lets Gene stay right up in the face of a tough enemy and effortlessly avoid attacks while still in close combat range. In some ways, it's very similar to a hand-to-hand version of Sekiro's combat. Both require you to be extremely aggressive.
Come on,
What?
dude. Come on.
What? Why didn't he compare it to Resident Evil? It's like the most obvious comparison ever. It's like, that Resident Evil 4 game you all played?
Well, Resident Evil 4 doesn't have dodges, so,
That's true. You should have done Resident Evil 6.
Yeah.
Then you got the dodge rolls.
Oh, true, yeah. You have, you have the fucking parry. You have the parry, little fucking parry.
Yeah, you got the dodge rolls. You got it all.
Yeah.
In the opponent's face and maintain a balance between offense and defense. This alone is a ton of fun because it's a system that essentially makes you an untouchable
like
god in a
smashing
situation,
through
but
Streets
smartly
2
balanced by the adapt.
while we're talking.
What?
I'm just like smashing through Streets 2 while we're talking.
Hell yeah.
The difficulty feature, which just by itself is an extremely unique mechanic. For example, if you rely
I
on
was
those subs to
paying 100% full attention to our conversation, Bog.
much, the game can react by leveling up enemies, making it much more unforgiving once their attacks inevitably do land. And yeah, it may seem like this punishes players for being good, but really it's a way to balance what would otherwise be an overpowered bob and weave technique without taking the fun out of it. Godhand is also at its core a blast of a power trip. You're basically a shonen anime character. You can effortlessly dodge rapid fire punches, blast enemies into walls at high speeds with just a simple strike, and dragon kick dudes into space.
Okay, get to the part where IGN gave it a 3 out of 10.
Like mini games that focus on big, bombastic attacks.
He's not going to acknowledge it. He's not. I have a feeling he's not going to acknowledge it.
These animations and techniques
let's skip.
because the relentless mechanic that governs is completely
we don't need
other beat 'em up suffer from. Over the course of the game, you'll frequently have to alter your moveset.
Wait, he said something about beat 'em up suffer from. Oh, wait.
Like this in any other game I've ever seen.
Beat 'em up suffer from being a game.
Beat 'em up suffer from not having sick epic combos.
Progression systems.
Let's see. Okay.
Beat 'em up should be books.
In Godhand, you're able to completely customize Gene's moveset. Like so many other aspects of Godhand, there's absolutely nothing like this in any other game I've ever seen. It's a shame because it does so much to alleviate the repetition that so many other beat 'em ups suffer from.
God fucking damn it. Yeah.
Repetition for Spike Out.
Yeah, the repetition.
That's what Spike Out got 1 out of 4.
Dude, but the Godhand customization combos, like, you're literally just mashing fucking square. You put different fucking moves in there, but like the main combo, the auto combo, is literally just mashing square. And usually you want a multi fucking hit anyway, because it builds stun better. God fucking damn it, dude.
to alter your moveset, trying to find the best combination of power, speed, and utility to survive a given situation. Or maybe you'll develop your own unorthodox playstyle that works only for you.
What fucking playstyle? What are you talking about? What fucking playstyle? Oh, dude, I'm gonna swap my fucking auto combo moves. Wow.
The beauty of God Hand's combat. Its ability to be entirely customized for you.
That's the great thing about God Hand. It's not like the moves aren't that important. You can beat the fucking game with the default moves because all your main tools are basically part of your default moveset.
God Hand is far from perfect. I get it. Even for its time, its environments are bland. Its story is largely nonsense.
Look at his left arm. He is a God Hand.
Ooh,
Its voice acting is spotty at best.
That's supposed to be.
That's nonsense.
That's supposed to be a critique, yeah.
And its sense of humor in cutscenes is juvenile to say the least.
Check your back, smart ass.
What's the problem?
Son of a
No,
bitch.
dude.
Damn it, Olivia.
It's
You
easy to
can't
see
have juvenile stuff in a beat 'em up.
Yeah, but I mean, just don't have fun ever. Just he wanted The Last of Us, and God Hand.
Yes, The Last of Us God Hand mode.
Yeah, like just age down Olivia, and Jean is like crawling through the wastes of the
No,
post-apocalyptic world.
he's all old and rugged.
Yeah, he has a beard.
Yeah, now
actually, okay, wait, no, that sounds like Fist of the North Star. Okay, backtrack. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
God Hand isn't for everyone, but whether you love it or you hate it, God Hand does things that no other game has done before or after. And for that, it's worth remembering. For me personally,
What
it'll always have a
things?
spot reserved on my virtual top shelf of
That it has a combo
action games.
thing.
Maybe it can earn one here someday too.
Yeah, he didn't fucking acknowledge anything, so it's
Yeah,
just,
he didn't.
Just
What a waste of a video.
God damn it, Michael or Mikkel.
Mikhail.
Mitchell. Okay, neither one. Mitchell. Okay, Mitchell Saltzman.
He looks like a Mitchell though. He doesn't look like a Mikhail.
True. There we go. The face of the man who fucking tore apart and annihilated Wanted Dead.
Yeah.
This finger is the amount of points he gave Wanted Dead.
1 out of 5.
Fucking dead.